Welcome to Fire Medic Rescue. We're going to talk today about hand tools that you should carry in your bunker gear. This is a hot topic around the firehouse. A lot of people have purchased specialty tools that they bring in to utilize. A lot of people have handbags with a whole tackle box full of hand tools. But one thing that I do see is if you have it in a handbag and it's back at the engine, and it's not readily accessible, it's a waste of time. One reason why we keep hand tools in our bunker gear is to have those tools readily available when needed. In my 27 years of service, I carried 5 tools. Most of those tools could be used for multiple purposes. One tool that I carry is a straight blade screwdriver. As you know, we can take off electrical covers with a straight blade screwdriver. I can chock doors with a straight blade screwdriver. I can work on lock sets to make forcible entry to get to the lock mechanisms. Another tool is a Phillips screwdriver. I utilize that also taking electrical covers off of junction boxes, panel covers. Also, I can use it also to chock doors or force entry into a door. One thing with screwdrivers, you can also utilize them in forcing windows. We can pry windows up, break the lock set on them. Most of the time we use halogen tools, but let's just say that you don't have a halogen tool. You can utilize that tool to your best of your ability to make that situation a little bit better than running back to retrieve that tool from the truck. The most important tool that I carry in my bunker gear is cable cutters. I carry cable cutters in case I get in a mayday situation with low voltage wires get tangled up, or the drop ceiling comes down and I get entangled on support wires for the drop ceiling. I can go ahead and attempt to free myself from that mayday situation with those cable cutters. One thing that I do suggest is take about I'd say about 10 inches of webbing and tie it off to the end and tape it real well so that you can hook your hand in it. In those type of situations, you won't lose that tool. Cable cutters can also be used to cut battery cables. If I need a quick disconnect from a battery because the airbags hasn't been deployed, instead of getting my wrenches out from the engine, I can just go ahead and make that quick cut with those cable cutters. Another tool is very important is webbing. I use a 1-inch webbing and 2-inch webbing. My 1-inch webbing I use for a hasty harness, so I can utilize it for low angle rescue if I had to. I can use it for bailouts if I had to. If I was in a multi-story building, I can use it to rappel down to safety from that building. I try to keep that on the left side of my bunker gear. 2-inch webbing I use for drags. It's about 22 feet that I use. I can use it for drags. I can use it to girth hitch hose and sling it over my shoulder to advanced hose lines such as 2.5. I can also use it to make a harness to carry SCBA bottles. I can tie off around the valve stems and sling them around my shoulder. I can carry 2 bottles at a time just on my shoulder or around my neck. And then I can utilize my hands for carrying hand tools, or I can carry another set of bottles. So that are very important. Another tool that I use is a flashlight. Sometimes you get in places where you need a flashlight. Not all structural fires, if you got zero visibility, they help some, but not much. So you got to rely on your other senses. But it's a self-securing thing that you have a light because you're in the dark. So it may keep your anxiety down. You should have a light in case you get in a mayday situation, as we were taught, get parallel or vertical from a wall and shine the light up towards the ceiling. That may capture the attention of the rescuers coming in to search for you. And another thing is I carry is a adjustable wrench. Adjustable wrench is, you can utilize it in turning off gas valves, quarter turn gas valves. You can utilize it in machinery extrications, tighten or loosening up bolts. You can also use it to take off battery cables. So I know that everybody's got their own niche on tools, but those are the tools that I use. You don't have to have a lot of tools to perform your job. It's very important that you locate them in a position on your bunker gear that everybody knows where it's at. So if I would go down, my guys should know that my hand tools are located, if they needed them, on my right side, in my right hip pocket, and my webbing would be on my left side. If you keep it uniform that way, and you get in a situation somebody needs to utilize your hand tools and you're passed out, they'll be able to find them readily. So hopefully this will help you in your everyday procedures at the firehouse and operations. So until next time, I'll see you then. Same place, same time. Keep your head up, keep driving forward. Have a good one.